welcome back to another vlog. I thought this time I'm going to take you with me through a couple of days this weekend. It's actually the last week before the launch of my new venture, the Smart Money Club. I'm really excited to share it with all of you and hopefully have some of you guys join, because I think it really will add a lot. I'll talk about this later on. But yeah, I mean, the last few days have been absolutely crazy. All I did was spend time and work on the project, which is amazing, right? I mean, I'm a one-person show, so I really have to do basically everything. I can't really delegate much. And I'm really learning so many new things in the process, how to set up a landing page, how to do your email marketing, how to run Zapier integration with different apps, checkout process, the membership tool itself. So many moving parts, which previously I was never exposed to, right? I was a general manager of a luxury hotel. I had people for everything. Now I'm doing everything myself, but it's really amazing. Being a student of life, I love it. You learn, you grow, and you evolve over time, right? That's what it's all about. And yeah, so I'm really excited to share this with you. So I thought in this vlog, I'm going to share you through some of the processes that I'm doing at the back end, that you get an idea of what it takes to set up such a membership, and then also some of the things we're doing throughout the days. Even though the last few days I haven't really seen much of the sunshine outside. We're in Dubai the last few weeks, and yeah, I was mostly stuck inside here in the apartment to get the work done. But again, these are certain seasons of your life which you have to do what has to be done in order to really get you to the next level. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I know afterwards eventually I'll be able to also relax sometime, but right now it's really grind and focus mode, and I love it. So yeah, really excited to take you along and see what is happening. But before I do any work, of course, gotta get a coffee. Excuse the mess in the kitchen, not the cleanest, but yeah, we gotta soon get the cleaner. And yeah, this is one of the perks, if you work hard, you can afford yourself a cleaner. And I always believe, what is more worth, your time or your money? And that way, I'd rather have a cleaner for 2 hours, clean the whole apartment, than me spending the time to do it myself. That time I could have dedicated for other things that could generate me more money, right? But when I was at the beginning of the career, of course, I did clean my own apartments, right? So I think there's nothing wrong with it. If you see more benefits investing into something that helps you save your time, then absolutely go for it. People are so judgmental these days. I think, if you can outsource and make sense, why not? But of course, first off, let's start with a good strong coffee. When I always need it, I drink around 4 coffees a day. Used to be 5 or 6. So now I'm tracking actually via an app to reduce that, because it used to be way more. Now 4, I'm feeling really good. I sleep peacefully at night. So yeah, it's not too many. And yeah, it works for me. But again, whatever floats your boat. Some people like tea. I think you have to find what works for you. All right, so with this, let's go outside, enjoy the sunshine a little bit, get some work done. I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing right now so you get an idea of what it takes to build up a membership. So by the way, that's our apartment over here. Not the cleanest one. It's mostly my wife. I'm very clean. But yeah, I mean, the filming equipment, of course, and so on. The bedroom over here. Maybe I'll just quickly take you through so you get an idea what it is. There's one bathroom. That's mine. And then, of course, we have here the master. Again, please don't judge. A little bit messy, but again, this is the real life. And here is yet another bathroom. Hello. And yep, so basically, this is it. And yeah, really love the place. It's a business bay in Dubai. A good location, very accessible. I can walk to the Dubai Mall in a few minutes. You get everything delivered over here within a few minutes, and yeah, really nice. And those views, I mean, look at out of the window. Sometimes I'm just sitting here, read a bit while soaking up those views. I mean, yeah, really, really nice. I think the only drawback is the noise, because it is a bit noise since it is in city center. But yeah, right here, I'm sitting mostly, get my work done. Really love it, even though it's getting hot for sure outside. For 35, 36, I believe. Next week. So yeah, but look at his views. I mean, this is really nice. I mean, I must say, I really enjoy it. And yeah, it gets you into a real inspirational mode. When I was in Tenerife last few weeks, there you're in a relaxed mode, but here you feel the vibe, you feel the energy of the city, and just, yeah, it makes you want to work harder and achieve more. So I always enjoy that. It's definitely getting really hot, and yeah, sometimes you don't want to go outside during the day anymore. I mean, we do have a pool outside. Haven't been swimming yet. So honestly, yeah, it's so hot. You don't want to do much during the day. Actually, most of the days tend to be pushed towards the evening. I mean, I used to be such a morning person, always do my exercise in the morning, what have you. But here, recently, I converted to become a late owl again, I really go to bed 1 or 2 at night, because everybody's out and about in the evenings. When you go for dinner, you only meet at 9 or 10 even sometimes. So everything is pushed in the evening because it's cooler. You can walk around, during the day it's just so hot. So that way, obviously, when you sleep at 2, I need to sleep at least 7 hours. So that means I wake up at 9, and then, the whole day gets pushed back. And again, I would rather do it early morning, but then again, obviously, you want to still be part of society and, be able to meet people and so on. So right now I adapted to that, and we'll see. Maybe one day I'll go back. Obviously, when we go back in summer to Europe, I'll be hopefully going back to a more early morning approach again, but for now it works. And yeah, I really have to get the work done. If it takes me until 2 a.m., so be it. Ultimately, it's about the quality of work, not when you do it, but how you do it. So yeah, it works for me, and so far, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so but basically, this is mostly where I'm sitting here, and from here, I'm doing all my work. So yeah, not a bad view to enjoy and get productive, right? And here you see already what I'm working on. Honestly, right now, I'm mostly focusing on building up my landing page for the Smart Money Club. So yeah, it's a lot of things going into it. Obviously, you're never perfectly happy, but yeah, I've been really spending already days and days on that, getting inspiration from different places, while of course infusing it with your own ideas. But yeah, the layout, it's just, you want to put everything into the website, but sometimes it's too much. You don't want to overwhelm the reader. There's so many elements that go into it. But yeah, I think I'm slowly making progress over here. Still a lot to be done. I want my custom icons, all these things. Sometimes you can spend hours just to find the right icons, what you want to do and so on, the placeholders, what have you. But yeah, overall making progress. In case you guys wondering what I'm using, I'm actually using Squarespace, as you can see over here. Really, I've been enjoying it very much. It's super simple navigation. It really makes, for me, everything perfectly easy. Before Squarespace, I used many different tools, and they're probably much better. Things like Webflow or Framer. I would love to use Framer. Those websites look absolutely stunning and gorgeous. But, again, I'm a one-person show right now. I don't want to delegate everything out. First of all, not just because of the money, but also because I can, right? I think it's amazing to learn these things, have the technical expertise, and you're learning a whole coding platform, or even no coding platforms. But still, you can spend hours, days, weeks on that just to learn that. And ultimately, I want to make progress rather than overcomplicating these things. And so yeah, for me, I really found that Squarespace, while maybe limited in some functionality, it is super simple. I can build a landing page really easily. I can integrate my email. In the beginning, I had my email also on Squarespace. Now I moved away to ConvertKit. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, I think, sometimes there's a beauty and simplicity, and not overcomplicating things and not having it perfect. Because a lot of times in the past, I used to want to have things to be perfect, look absolutely amazing. It should always seamlessly and gorgeous and stunning. But ultimately, you realize if you're really pushing so hard for perfection, ultimately it keeps you from just putting yourself out there and going ahead. Same with my first YouTube video. I was overthinking it for weeks and months until I finally said, listen, I'm just going to put it out there, and then going forward, I can make gradual improvements, right? Same with the website. I know it's not going to be perfect, and in the future, I can spend more time on it. But if I don't put it out in the first place, nobody will ever see it. You join the membership, and I won't be able to generate money. So there's no point for me to investing thousands and thousands if there's no proven concept, right? So I think that's why start with a minimal viable product, as they say. Put something together that looks halfway presentable. Obviously, I think you can also put a website on Canva, but that might be really limited in functionality. So I think Squarespace is a real nice blend between super professional and super beginner. So I think anyone can learn it, and honestly, I've been really happy with that. So with regards to my email tool of choice, I'm now using ConvertKit. Previously, as I said, I used to start with Substack, which is free of charge, then went to Squarespace email. But yeah, eventually I always came to some limitations. Now I found that ConvertKit is actually used by a lot of big creators, and I really love it. Things like A/B testing, right? I can send an email and have two different subject lines, So that's really interesting. You can see what works better, what doesn't. You have really deep dive analytics. Yeah, you get some really, really cool insights. Of course, also unsubscribe. In the beginning, I was always upset when I saw somebody unsubscribing, but now in hindsight, actually, I like it. To be honest, this way, I know that the people who are left on my subscription list, those are the ones who really want to hear from me and read from me. And actually, it's better if you have engaged readers who open your emails rather than having a huge email list that looks good because there are a lot of subscribers, but they don't actually open your emails or put them to spam, because that will actually negatively impact your sending reputation. And in the future, Google or other providers may not put you into the inbox of the respective readers. And yeah, overall, that will not be good for you, especially also one day if you want to have sponsors. It's important opening rates, right? Click-through rates. They won't actually just pay you because you have a lot of subscribers. Emails you can always buy from different websites and so on, but it's really about having a targeted email list. So I think that's really important. What I like also about ConvertKit, I can have here my different opt-in forms, right? Because I have a few email lead magnets, what they call basically, when somebody signs up, for example, I have a dividend guide. Somebody's interested in dividends, they go to my website over here. Obviously, over here you have free downloads. Then you have a dividend guide over here. If you don't have it, feel free to sign up. And yeah, people pop in the email over here. And that is basically that form, while the website is on Squarespace, that form is actually connected to my form over here on ConvertKit. So then it would go into dividend guide over here, and that will basically collect the email address. And then I have a sequence which will send an email with the file to the dividend guide. And afterwards, I can go over here into visual automations and then basically see also here, if I go down, dividend guide, what will happen. They will basically get the dividend guide email. They will also get a welcome email about what the future newsletters will be about. And they will also get a tag, a dividend tag. So in the future, if I send certain things that are around dividends, I know those people might be interested. If in the future one day I have a dividend course, what have you, I know those people interested in that are more likely to be interested in that course as well, right? Versus if I have somebody interested in crypto, he or she may not be interested into dividends. So that's a cool way how we can tag people and so forth. Overall, there's probably one regret that I have that I didn't start email marketing earlier, because yeah, it seems such an old school way. Everybody's going on shorts and reels and what have you, but still email is one of the most powerful tools to really reach directly the people, right? Because you're going to be in the inbox, and like it or not, but people are going to read the emails. And so yeah, I think you're going to have a deep platform also. That's really important, to take the people off the platform. You kind of own that list, right? And nobody controls email. That's a good way, because social media, algorithms can change. Some platforms are being banned, as we've just seen recently with TikTok and what have you. So I think it's important to have an email list. A dedicated and really focused email list can be very, very powerful. Yeah, and one more thing I'm really starting to play around with. In the beginning it was really intimidating, but now I really like it, which is Zapier. So basically Zapier is, I would call it the glue of the internet, where you can connect anything and everything that you want. You could, for example, just click on create over here and then create a new Zap. And basically you can connect different apps that normally wouldn't be talking to each other. They have even a cool AI feature where you can just write what you want to do. Let's say you want to connect your ChatGPT searches with a Google Sheets entry, for example. Or in my case, what I would have my community, the membership, hosted on Circle. So Circle is my community. So just open it up over here, look for it, and a lot of apps are listed these days. So that's really cool. And then you just go through the motion and see what you want to have shown over here. Event, obviously you have to select something, but let's say, for example, when a new member is added, you can say that, click, for example, that. And then you have to, of course, go through, connect it to your account and what have you. But then basically you can connect it to another app. In this case, let's say Slack. If I wanted to be notified of that, I could do a Slack. Of course, you would have to connect your account, but basically I could click send a direct message every time a new member joins. And then basically I could get on my phone a Slack message telling me that a new member has joined. And again, you can do so many things with this, right? I could connect it to Stripe, which I'm going to be using as my payment provider of choice. As soon as somebody paid on Stripe, they will become a member in Circle. So you can see how many ways you can connect those different tools. And while at first it was really overwhelming, now I actually love it, to be honest, because it has so many functionalities and benefits that you can automate and actually save manpower in a way, right? A lot of things that I used to do, copy paste, if somebody, subscribed in another form. For example, I still get people joining my Substack newsletter, which I still have out there, but then I would every time have to go in there, copy them into my ConvertKit as a new subscriber, and now I can automate it with Zapier. So there's so many integrations, it's unbelievable. Most popular apps are out there, so have a look around, but really it makes my life so much easier. And yeah, the more you use it, the more you start really valuing and benefiting from it. Another really cool tool I started using and working with is called Tella over here. It's basically an alternative to Loom. So on Loom, you can create quick videos on the go without fancy setups. And normally when I film my videos, I do that on Ecamm, but that's really more complicated. But here, one click button, you can record your screen and share it with other people. And yeah, just basically send the link right away without having to download, edit, and upload it to YouTube, what have you. So it's very, very easy. Tella is just a more beautiful way, in my opinion, to record really amazing videos. And those videos are very easily shareable. So for example, in the future, I will share much more videos over here on the go, quickly sharing a certain thing, a topic, not a YouTube video, but basically small things. For example, favorite Chrome extensions. People have been asking me about this, and I made a video about this, quickly edited in there, really beautiful videos, because you can have some nice overlays and forms. Grab the link and then basically went to the Smart Money Club and literally just posted the link over here, and boom, it's ready to go and to be played. And yeah, it's just so much nicer, and the player even looks better, to be honest, than the YouTube player. It's really native, it feels like a native video, and yeah, really, really cool. Loving that tool, definitely. If you do a lot of screen sharing and video recording, it's an amazing platform for only 15 bucks or something a month. So yeah, but overall, definitely my subscriptions, my goodness, how much I pay now in a month these days. But again, it is what it is. You got to spend money to make money, I guess. And yeah, well, that brings me to my platform of choice, Circle. Really, really cool platform. I've been looking around for many different, and there's so many options out there. A lot of people are using Kajabi and what have you. But overall, I found it to be the strongest platform out there. But yeah, I mean, you can really customize it. Basically, if you start off, there's nothing, and then you can really put your own logo. You can put the colors, change the whole structure over here, what you want to have. And that took a while to really come up with what you want to see in there, because there's so many things. You can make it too complicated. I didn't want to have a platform where it's too overwhelming. But I think now we really have a nice, amount of relevant spaces that you can see that makes sense. Okay, let me move inside so you can see more clearly. But yeah, you have, for example, things like trending post over here. This is kind of the home feed, like you would know from, Facebook or what have you. But what I like compared to Facebook, it's not too overwhelming. You have so many other notifications. It's really focused on all things money, finance, building businesses and what have you. Here's like the club hangout. Of course, you start over here. You have a quick introductory video where I greet you and walk you through the process, how things work, a short little tour over here. You can say hi, obviously introduce yourself. So that's really cool. Already, of course, we have some members here, which is really nice. I enjoy that. And yeah, these are kind of, some of them are the founding members who've been supporting the channel from the beginning. And of course, I invited them to be early members, testing things out, gave me really some good feedback already. And yeah, then we have announcement sections over here. We have general announcements, of course, discussions. So this is where the overall discussions, that's the main forum, as you would know it, as I said, from a Facebook group or what have you. And already some cool, chats going on here. So I really enjoy that. There's also chat. This is more like, Slack channel, I would say, where people can just have live discussions on the go. So that's nice. Events and replays. That's really something I really enjoyed. Much nicer than a Facebook group, for example. Here you have all upcoming events. You have past events, which will be recorded as well in the future. So any event that we'd had, and I'll talk more about this, which kind of events we have, will be here. And you can see in real life the replay, which is really awesome. And I think that's so valuable because sometimes you miss, you're all busy, you can't attend, but then afterwards on the go, you can listen to a recall of a nice call that we had. And I'm really planning to have some nice things there. Things like, of course, weekly office hours where we kind of have a catch up, all of us, whoever wants to dial in. And that's more like a Zoom call, right? Everybody can speak. It's not just a live stream where it's only me having a monologue, but really all of us, we can share each other and so forth. Then I want to have a monthly review where we share our wins, our losses, myself included. I think that might be interesting. I'm thinking about that. I think also would be interesting a one-on-one, like a hot seat. So some member could volunteer and then we could basically have a one-to-one while others are joining, and that person can share, their issues or want to have some feedback or some comments from myself, but then later on also members of the community. So like a hot seat. And I think that would be really interesting because, sometimes, you might not feel comfortable putting yourself out there, but another person might have a similar issue. And that way you learn from each other. And I think will be really interesting. So that's something I want to try as well. So yeah, I'm really open to having more and more ideas in the future. But I think that should be really active here because obviously chatting is interesting, but then having live events and so forth, I think that would be a game changer. And of course, I want to have eventually meetups, real life meetups. In the beginning, of course, the community might be a little smaller, so we might be dispersed around the world. But if I see, for example, a lot of members happen to be, I don't know, in Germany somewhere, amazing. Let's have a member meetup, right? So that's something I think will be really attractive as well, that in the future we have those member meetups in different cities, especially as the community grows. I think we can really do this. I think it will be awesome, right? That will be free of charge. There wouldn't be any extra charges unless we agree to go for a nice restaurant. And of course, then people pick up their own bill. But I think as a member, to get together and gather, meet myself, meet other members, that should always be free and part of the membership. So I think that'll be really exciting as well. Then of course, we also have a knowledge base over here. So here I will talk about any kind of different topics that people ask me about, So you have kind of a library of knowledge, of insights. We have things like a dividend calculator, interactive pricing plan comparison. So more and more things will be added on as we go along. You guys can request if you want to see anything. And the cool thing about this, later on, you can very easily just go to the search over here and then look for something. For example, books, right? I want to see which books are being recommended. Books, let's put it over here, enter, and you will see anything that came up on the topic. By the way, all right, yours truly wrote an article on books on investing and money. You click on it, you'll be taken right to it. You can open the link and you have access to this book. So I think that will grow over time and become a real great resource to have. Share your portfolio. I think it's going to be another really cool section where people can share basically their portfolio, as it says, and get some insights, right? We had already some people, share their portfolio, and really, really cool. I like that openness, transparency. And again, we're going to be in a very positive, uplifting environment. If you post your portfolio on social media and ask for advice, you're always going to have some crazy people who know it all and going to give you some unfiltered feedback, which you really don't need. It's not even qualified feedback. So I think that's real safe space where people can just openly ask, what do you think about it? What can I do better? And get some ideas, inspiration from others. I think that's what it's all about, right? Because investing, like life in general, does not have a finish line, right? It's not like you invested, 1 million and now you're gone. You never have to invest anymore. I think it's an ongoing process. And that's why I think the community aspect is also so valuable. It's not the one-time thing you do and that's it, right? Investing changes over time, business changes over time. So I think that's why investing and such a community is so valuable, because it grows over time. You grow over time as an investor, as a person. I think that's the benefit of it. So I think that's why it's important to have a safe space where people feel comfortable, like-minded, and really uplifting each other. And yeah, that's really cool. That's why we have another section as well over here, which is called share your wins. So here the idea is the same, where you basically share your wins, what is going well, and not just in investing, right? Here I shared a win that I haven't been drinking any alcohol since the beginning of the year. So I'm really happy with it, right? So hopefully more people will share their wins, we can celebrate each other, and that is really cool. Ask for help, another section where basically people can ask for specific help, right? I look for this, I look for that. It doesn't have to be necessarily investing related. You can see ChatGPT tips and tricks, right? So all these things can be over here. We have also challenges. So I think that will be super exciting to have different challenges every week, every month that are going on. And yeah, I'm really excited. I already have some few ideas that you could expect in the future, like a zero spend weekend, for example, a book club with a twist where you have to read one book a month, what have you, and then people share afterwards their learning. So I think it will be really interesting, especially if you have more members in the future. I think that'll be a real cool place to hang out. And of course, coffee break, that's basically taking care of the chit chat that you normally have in your office, all the funny memes, what have you, that would live over here. Then we have some more specific topics, because again, some people like ETF investing, they may not like crypto, right? So whatever floats your boat, what is your favorite style, you can go over here. There's also side hustle section where people can share some ideas or questions about side hustles, members' businesses. That's also something I really want to focus on in the future, where members can basically help each other, right? If you have a great business, why not share that with other members so they can benefit as well, extend some special deals to them. So I think that would be real cool as well in the future. And then over here, I will also have my future courses coming up. Right now, I've been focusing on the membership, but yeah, I will be having a masterclass over here as well. So that will be accessible for outsiders, but members also will be able to buy them in the future. And of course, get special pricing on that as well. So I think that will be really, really cool. And yes, don't worry, you can also change it to light mode in case you don't like the dark look and feel of it. So yeah, if you go into that, you will see much brighter, much nicer. So if that appeals more to you, then you can easily do that as well. And I really love that they also have an app, so you can check it on the go. I think that's so important. As it shows over here, it's called Circle. It's available on Android and Apple. So yeah, you have the same experience over here. Very sleek, very nice. And yeah, you can just go into anything. And even in the future for the calls, right? You can just go over here and then dial in from here, listen to the calls on the go. So I think it's so valuable. You can have your chats over here, your notifications. So really, really powerful and nice, sleek experience seamlessly across the web and the app. Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. One more? Okay. Thank you. Yes, have a good one. Bye-bye. All right, that's the beauty of living in Dubai. You have everything on your fingertips. You can order anything. I mean, it's crazy. You order even a coffee. Look at this. I mean, hopefully it came in good shape. Cinnamon this time, so I'm trying different cold brews. Always been drinking Starbucks before, but I thought time to try different cold brews as well. So this time from Cinnamon. And there you go. Look at this. That's basically, you can order that and they bring it to you. I mean, it's unbelievable. Love it. But yeah, basically, I'm really happy so far the way it's going. I think overall, the layout and the logic of the platform is really good. I've seen some other good creators using it. Even now, I was very happy recently. Ali Abdal, you might follow him or heard about him, a real productivity guru these days online. And he also started a new productivity lab on Circle. So I was really happy that, I was not the only one choosing it, because it still wasn't that popular, but I think more and more people are using it. Also, some people use School as another popular platform these days, but I never really liked it. And I think in terms of complete offering, so far, I really enjoy the Circle platform. But again, let me know your feedback. Really happy to hear from you guys. But yeah, I think it really gives a lot of value for money for the people who join. I think the price will be really competitive. I was really thinking long and hard about the pricing. Of course, ideally you want to have a real good value for money. So I was thinking and looking at some other memberships, even though in the finance niche, there aren't really that many, to be honest, to begin with. So yeah, I benchmarked across others. So for example, the productivity platform that Ali Abdal came up with, it's $1,000 in a year, right? So that's close to $90 a month. So that's quite high, right? I think a lot of beginning investors wouldn't be really interested in that. So I think I'm going to be much more attractive price point. Of course, as always, there's going to be more benefits for people who sign up for longer. I'm most likely going to have a monthly, a quarterly, and an annual plan. So obviously on the annual plan, you're going to get the best price technically per month, because it will get cheaper, because a membership really thrives by having people in the long term. I really don't want to have members coming in and out. That will happen. That's normal, right? People just going to come in 1 month, check it out, realize that's not for them, and that's totally cool. I have no issue with that. But of course, ideally, a community really thrives over the long term. And as I said, investing and leveling up your life is not a one-time thing, right? It's a continuous process, how we learn, evolve. So I think really you will get the most value the longer you are in the group, you connect with like-minded people, you learn from each other. I think that's when the real value will start kicking in. All right, guys, so with my cold brew in hand, I'm going to crack on, do a bit more work, especially on the website, because yeah, that's been the most painful part, to be honest. It's not really fun, but it has to be done. Obviously, you want to have something attractive that people enjoy and get a lot of insights also. I don't like to overpromise. I really want to make sure it's clear, You get what you get. I don't have a promise, but obviously make it attractive for people to join. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on a bit of work with that, and then definitely I gotta move my body because yeah, so far I've been hours and hours in front of the screen, and that's why I thought I'll mix it up with recording the video a little bit. But definitely afterwards I need to go to the gym to exercise a bit and yeah, get the body moving. That's important. Healthy body, healthy mind. All right, guys, time to get a pump on. Go to the gym today. Some weight workout. Yesterday I went for a run. So yeah, I like to mix it up. Usually I go 1 day gym, 1 day run. So that's kind of the idea. But yeah, 2 days ago I went for leg day, and next day running is always super painful. So yeah, today I'm just gonna be probably chest and shoulders, I suppose. So I try to go body parts by body parts, like to mix it up a bit. But yeah, overall I think most important to have a routine and just stick with it. And yeah, like anything, the more regular you do it, it's like brushing teeth, you don't just do it once a week. Hopefully you do that regularly. And I think the same with working out. The more regular you do it, the more it becomes second nature. You don't even think about it. So yeah, I like to really just make it part of my daily routine. If I skip 1 day, fine. I don't break a sweat, I don't feel bad about it. But if I skip 2-3 days in a row, then that becomes, all of a sudden 1 week. So the more regular you do anything, the more, you just get used to it. Same with investing, same with working hard, like anything. The more you do it regularly, the more a routine it becomes. All right, let's do this. And the coolest part of this hotel is actually, or the service residence where we're staying, is literally all in the same place. So all I have to do is just take the elevator down and, I'll be there in a second and work out. So there's really no excuse not to do that. By the way, guys, we're in such a place. Look where we are, the 20th floor, rather high, really nice view over here. Very cool. I mean, that's definitely nice. That's Business Bay. But how do you do with the garbage? Do you think you're gonna walk down all the way or take the elevator, go to the lobby? No, they actually thought about this. All you have to do, go over here, open the chute, and boom, literally throw the stuff in there and it will be going down. So yeah, really quite nice. And I remember when I was in Lithuania, waking up in the morning, 6 a.m., it was like, I don't know, minus 10 degrees. So here it's definitely easier in the sun to go to the gym. Really no excuses for that anymore. Take it outside. Couldn't think of a better place to do some push-ups than with such a view. All right, let's dig in. I mean, these are, never fun at the end of a session, but gotta be done. So I always like some finishing push-ups. People always complain about the shape. Usually the people who never do push-ups, they always say your shape is not good. But in the end, you just gotta do the work. Shape, whatever it is, just put in the work. Same with anything that you put out, content, ideas, businesses, just get started. Don't think about perfection. Too many people get stuck up about this, and in the end, do nothing. So I think you just gotta do it. And don't worry about what other people think. Because, there's always something you can improve. That's the beauty of life. That there's always something to learn, to do better. And yeah, my goodness, love this place, What a place. So inspirational. Looking at all these places. I mean, not so long ago I was obviously working and living, studying in Dubai, working here. So the first time I came here was in 2005. None of this existed. It's crazy how fast the city grows. Really inspirational, loving it, and you really want to be part of it and contribute and be part of the success and growth story, So yeah, really awesome. And now time to shower, head back. I'm probably gonna head out for dinner tonight with my wifey, because it's been a long time that I was outside the house, either cooking at home or ordering. So I think it's good to see a little bit of the city as well, to kind of keep a sane mind. Tomorrow is going to be another big day of a lot of work on the club, obviously. But yeah, making good progress. Happy after the lift, you're always feeling so much better. It's amazing. Like, however low on energy you're running, after a good lift and workout, you just feel amazing. You can't be grumpy after a good workout. It's just impossible. So definitely make it part of your daily life. That's it. 1 hour of workout, finished off with some ellipticals. Always a killer, but yeah, love it. So feeling really good, sweaty, and definitely earned my pizza. Let's see what it is tonight, but excited for it. All right, guys, here we go. Little outfit check. after the shower, always feeling fresh and yeah, ready to go out. Now, I'm really not into big fancy brands. Most of it is Massimo Dutti. The shoes are even with Zara because I just cannot spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on shoes because usually I throw them away after a few months of walking in them anyways. So yeah, I really like to look sharp but not overinvest in big clothes. So I'm not really big into brands. I'd rather invest the money to grow it over time. All right, here we are. Beautiful address hotel. Very nice place. Look at this, lovely. Really lovely. Very nice place. And the pizza. Okay, now we're talking. All right.
I'll put it
That
here.
looks
Maybe.
good. Pizza.
I got. And I also ordered soup. Jesus Christ! What I've been thinking about.
Low carb. This is what we call a cheat day. Proper cheat day. And the soup as well. Okay.
The soup as well. Jesus Christ. Yes.
Fantastic.
Maybe here now.
Lovely.
Wow, that's a lot of fun.
All right.
Enjoy, mate.
Thank you. Do you have some spicy sauce?
I'll bring for you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, bon appetit, darling.
Food always tastes better if it is your husband's food.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, look at this view. I mean, unbelievable. Really, such a nice place. Had a beautiful dinner, and yeah, such a good vibe. I mean, so much positivity. People are so nice, so kind, and we met already some people here. Everybody behind us, next to us, talks about business, how they can do more things, and so on. So yeah, it's just crazy, so inspirational wherever you go. And yeah, it's not so busy over here. It's like a bit of a hidden spot, a new area, Dubai Creek. Actually, that's where I bought my properties some time ago. So it's really developing, but still not as busy as some of the more popular places like downtown and Marina. So I quite like it. So still, if you're considering investing, I think it's still a very nice area. It's still fairly early on, but yeah, getting more and more lively, which is really nice to see. And the cool thing is, because most of it is run by one developer. You will see MR, one of the biggest developers in the region. And the hotel we're in now, the address, which is amazing property. They have a few across the city and the country, actually. So if you bought a real estate property with them, you have access to an app where you get discount. So any MR restaurant that you go to, and they have quite a few, and their hotels and what have you, you get discount. And then if you go to any of the properties nearby to where you live, you can show that you live there and own the property. And now I get like, I think 25% discount here. So that's really nice because the place is quite fancy, not cheap, but yeah, 25% discount. Listen, I'll take it, smart money moves. So really, really nice. And yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm very grateful to be here. I mean, it's a real pleasure. I remember when I came here the first time, I said 2005, I wasn't in the position to just go to some nice, beautiful hotels and have a dinner there. I really had to think twice. I mean, at the time, I was living off, I think it was 400 euros a month. So you really couldn't afford a nice life. Still, even now, I'm still very frugal, I would say. I'm very mindful of what I'm spending on. But as I said, the last few days, I haven't even left the apartment. So it's really nice to get out, enjoy the views, also get a fresh perspective. Because sometimes if you're so focused on one thing, it kind of blocks your creativity. So now, I come back after this. I'll probably do a bit of work before we go to bed. But I think I already got a few ideas just talking to my wife and, talking about things and so on. And, just stepping outside your usual place where you live and work, I think is always a good idea. So, yeah, I'm all for changing the environment to get some inspiration and open up your creativity. All right, friends, if you made it until the end of the video, I really appreciate you. It's been a little bit longer one than usual. Just wanted to take you with me through the day and hopefully it was useful, insightful for some of you. And if you're interested in joining the Smart Money Club, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can sign up to join the waitlist, not to miss out when it launches next week. Or if you watch it anytime afterwards, then you will obviously be taken to the landing page where you see the full offer for the community. Next up, I recommend you to check out this video over here. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.